take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still ballin' like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it.
Smack dab in the middle of I-295 that encircles the city of Jacksonville in northeast Florida. There's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. The opening drive will begin at the 25. First carry now. This is Johnson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
The ball carrier.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
On second down, it's Johnson. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, there's zero doubt that the Detroit Lions like Kerryon Johnson's ability, but he's been dinged up a little bit in his first 2 years in the NFL, so they went out and used a day 2 pick this past year on DeAndre Swift, the rookie runner out of Georgia, hoping, I think, to pair them together and maybe send a message. But I think if Kerryon Johnson can stay on the field, he could be an awfully productive back in the NFL.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Tackled by the corner, C.J. Henderson.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Stafford. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 28. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Jaguars' 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10. Stafford now to throw. Screenplay, Johnson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Throwing is Stafford. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Miles Jack working free that time to take him down.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
You know, he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jaguars take over at their own 25-yard line.
Minshew going to lead up the Jaguars 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
The ball carrier
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Minshew with a... It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Logan Cook.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports.
Lions 3, Jaguars nothing.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
He was brought down at his 49-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. And he'll find Hall. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Hall, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Go.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. Forced out to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Jamie Collins able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
17.
So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough road for Minshew and the Jags. Off play action, it's Minshew. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over first.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a handoff, Johnson. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are back within a score. And they're back within a couple at 9-7 now.
Makes the score Lions 9, Jaguars 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He finds his man Johnson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Complete.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a tick under a minute to go before half. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hall. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. To the air again, Stafford. Flushed out right. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Here's second and goal operating from the 8-yard line. Out of the gun, Stafford. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. Fourth down.
Intended for Marvin Jones.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
25-yard attempt.
And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So we would have figured that one to be 3 points in the bank, but this game, can be unpredictable at times.
Yeah, he knew he needed to pull it ever so slightly to get it going in the right direction, but he seemed to put a little too much on it. And from short range, that is a bad miss for an NFL kicker.
9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Fournette, a first down carry. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Only needing 2 yards on second down.
Yes. Motion.
Again, it's Fournette. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
At the 16-yard line.
A gain of 3, second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
From the 16, Minshew escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
Stafford's pass.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
First down, Lions.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. Complete to Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
In addition to his really good hands, Marvin Jones makes big plays downfield. Ended up missing the last month of the 2019 season. Still had 62 catches for nearly 800 yards. And even more importantly, 9 touchdown catches included in that number. When Marvin Jones goes downfield for a pass, oftentimes he finds his way into the end zone.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action from Jacksonville. Throwing again. Stafford looking downfield for Jones. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from Florida, C.J. Henderson.
And C.J. Henderson out of Florida shows exactly why he went in the first round of Jacksonville. Look, it wasn't just the departures of Jalen Ramsey and A.J. Boye and that Jacksonville needed a corner. This guy brings size, great ball skills, and extreme athleticism to this secondary. So, yes, there was a need, but the talent matched the need. And we just saw an example of it on that last play.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he will forge his way forward.
Go. 60 on. Get him. Get him. Get him. 44. 44. Mike. 44. Time to go. Night.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Jacksonville. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Oh, they come after him, and he will score. Touchdown, Lions.
And you don't see this one very often, but that one was blocked, deflected, whatever you want to call it, and they were able to pick it up and advance it into the end zone for a touchdown.
And as a punter, with the heels of your shoes in the back of that end zone, tough spot to be in. The nightmare scenario plays out. Prater for the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will make it into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
A shotgun give to Fournette, and he'll get about 3 as he takes us up near the 25.
The ball carrier.
The Jaguars on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Fournette running out of the gun. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
6-yard pick.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Jam. Slam. 61. Matchbox white. Snap.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. They'll fire one deep for Westbrook. Minshew going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
By the Lions.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
After the interception, here's Stafford. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 25 yards that time.
25 yards.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football and be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
That catch good for only a couple.
2 yards.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Buying time to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, and it's third down. The Lions on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Flush to his right. He's got his man, T.J. Hawkinson, and able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Throwing again is Stafford. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Monte Nicholson picks it. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The throw taken in by Cole. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he is finally out of bounds all the way down at the 30. A huge play there on the screen pass. 58 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field.
Hey, let go. Watch out. 6 guys.
A handoff to Fournette. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. A 7-yard pickup.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Minshew looking for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun is Minshew. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And Lambeau will put this one through. And the deficit trimmed to 6 now. It's 16-10. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? But since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position with all 3 timeouts. I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there. First down. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
First down, Lions.
They'll try and run down some clock with Johnson. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
It's a gain of 4, and it's third down.
40.
Now it's Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Makes the score Lions 23, Jaguars 10.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Duron Harmon. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. That's going to be caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Alshon Jeffrey, his first touchdown on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Lions offense cashes in with 6. Now Prater to add the PAT. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set. Recon. 132 fighter. Check 26, check 26. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Get.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the open man is Westbrook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Tracy Walker.